One Sunday afternoon, Vidura sat with Rich Dad at the dining table. On a plain sheet of paper, Rich Dad drew two simple boxes. One was labeled assets, the other liabilities. Vidura, he said, understanding these two words can change your entire life. The poor and middle class get stuck because they don't know the difference. Vidura leaned forward, curious. Rich Dad drew a small arrow going into the assets box. An asset, he explained, is something that puts money into your pocket. It could be a rental house, a small business, or an investment. Even when you are sleeping, an asset feeds you. Then he drew an arrow going out of the liabilities box. A liability is the opposite. It takes money from your pocket. Loans, fancy cars, a bigger house, gadgets you don't need. All of these look impressive, but they quietly drain your wealth. Vidura thought about poor Dad. He remembered how his father had proudly bought a bigger house after a salary raise. At first, everyone admired it, but soon came the higher mortgage, increased maintenance, and higher property taxes. The house looked like success, but it was actually a burden. Then Vidura thought about Rich Dad. He remembered how he had once purchased a small rundown building. At first, people laughed, but months later, after repairs, tenants moved in and began paying rent. That building looked ordinary, but it was quietly feeding Rich Dad's pocket every month. The difference hit Vidura like lightning. Poor Dad bought liabilities, believing they were assets. Rich Dad bought assets, even when they looked boring at first. So, Rich Dad, Vidura asked, does that mean I should never buy a house or nice things? Rich Dad smiled. Not at all, Vidura. The point is this. Buy luxuries last, not first. Let your assets pay for them. If you want a nice car, don't buy it with your salary. Buy an asset that generates enough income and let that asset pay for the car. That way, your lifestyle grows, but your wealth grows too. Vidura's eyes sparkled. The lesson was so simple, yet so powerful. He looked again at the two boxes on the paper. Assets bring money in. Liabilities take money out. That night, as Vidura replayed the conversation, he felt like he had discovered a secret code. He finally understood why one father stayed stuck, while the other grew wealthier. Poor Dad believed his house, his car, even his degree were assets. But Rich Dad showed that true assets are things that create cash flow. And Vidura made a silent vow. I will spend my life collecting assets, not liabilities. Two simple words, two opposite paths. So let me ask you, in your own life, are you filling your pocket with assets, or are you secretly collecting liabilities that keep you trapped? Most people work hard and pay taxes, then wonder why wealth is so hard to keep. But the rich, they use corporations to protect and grow their money. Poor Dad believed paying taxes is unavoidable. Rich Dad explained, history shows governments tax individuals, not businesses. That's why understanding taxes is essential. Corporations legally protect assets, reduce tax burdens, and separate personal wealth from business. The rich use corporations to make money work smarter, not harder. To grow wealth, learn how taxes work. Use corporations to your advantage. Make money work for you, not the government. Imagine two bakers. One earns all profits personally and pays heavy taxes. The other sets up a bakery as a corporation. Profits grow, taxes are minimized, investments increase. Which baker grows rich? History teaches the rules. Knowledge empowers the rich. Start learning today and make your money work for you.